I was watching a basketball game on TV the other night, and I saw an ad that said, "Beat the stigma," talking about addiction. I imagined someone around my age seeing that ad and comparing it to the original public service ads about addiction, Nancy Reagan's Just Say No campaign from the 80s. And I imagined this person nodding their head, thinking, we've come so far. TV used to tell addicts not to take drugs. Now TV tells people not to look down on addicts. The right people really have gotten control of the TV. Look at us. From the benighted prohibition and criminalization of the Reagan era to our current progressive scientific understanding that addiction is a disease, that addicts just need treatment, that they didn't do anything wrong, that it's the stigma. The stigma is the problem. I sat there watching the ad, imagining this person like me in every respect but one, watching and nodding and feeling good, and I felt bad. I felt bad about the negative things I was thinking about this imaginary person, who might be you. No, I thought, stop it. They're great, you're great, and it would be great if the stigma really was the problem, or even a problem. It would be great if an important problem with addiction was the attitudes of other people. It would be great if addiction really was a disease like diabetes, easily and successfully treatable with modern methods, and if it was just the stigma that kept people from seeking treatment, that kept people dying in the dark. But the stigma isn't the problem. Social attitudes aren't the problem. Never in my life, whether during my 10 years as an actively using addict or during my 20-plus years living clean and sober, never once have I suffered from anyone's negative attitude about addiction. I've been arrested, robbed, beaten by cops, beaten by dealers, beaten by junkies, shot at, overdosed, seen friends overdose, seen friends die, and never once was anyone's bad attitude about addicts or addiction the problem. The problem was drugs, and drugs are still the problem. I think people know this. I think the people on the TV know this. I think they know if you have a real problem, a problem that can't be solved, then you give the people an easier problem, a problem that can be solved. We can stop the stigma. We can decriminalize. Compared to the drug problem, these are easy problems. These are things we know how to do. 100,000 people died from overdoses last year. That's about 3 times the number that died in car accidents. And it doesn't include the people who died in car accidents because they were high on drugs. Addiction gets worse every year. The stigma gets less. We're winning the stigma battle. Stop putting addicts in jail? Okay, we'll just die out of jail. 5 addicts will die during the time it would take you to read this preface, if you're a fast reader, if you skim.